Whoa! Yo!
Hey! What's going on, y'all? Yeah, you know what it is. Savage AF, we in the building, man. It's your boy Black Pedro.
Hey, what's going on? This is Shang, and today is a day for savageness. It's going down.
Savagery, y'all. Savage AF, man. We're here Monday through Friday, live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. I didn't do LinkedIn today because they seem to not like our content yesterday.
Yeah, LinkedIn flagged us and said, "Hey, you got a little too sticky dick for us. You a little too
apparently
a little too dickety lickety lickety stickety." And so they said, "No, enough." So
try to warn one person, just trying to save one penis from being, shellacked or lacquered.
Right, just one, and save one man from that. We've done our job.
And ladies, say we saving you too. You don't want no adhesive dick in you, anyways. Here we go, man. But we are here on YouTube and Facebook Live Monday through Friday. Mondays and Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday. Typically, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's why you need to be tapped in, as the young bucks say. Tap in to the YouTube page.
Give the thumbs up for the shit. I don't understand why y'all don't understand what I say when I'm trying to make you understand. Now, if you understand, then you would understand that I am trying to get you to understand. I think I was very clear with what I just said, and if I wasn't, well, that's your fault.
Yeah, that's what it is, y'all.
But
you see the YouTube page. It's scrolling on the bottom of the page, youtube.com/C.
I don't know why
/Savage AF World. I don't know
what happened. Shouldn't be there, but this is what's going on. Yeah, the thing hesitates. Well, Joe Manchin is going to be doing the show today.
We should probably just unclick that.
I'm trying to, but you unclick it.
Here we go.
Hey, whoa, I was trying to unclick it. But Joe Manchin was our special guest, but he's such a fucking turncoat bitch. We decided, no, we don't want him on the show. Now, I see some people in the feed. Make sure that you also subscribe to us on the podcast version of the show, which is on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio. And this today, since he had me doing this
Spotify.
Spotify. And now I want him to do an English version of this part of it, and I need it to sound authentic. Let's go.
SoundCloud.
That is not English. No.
Bro, all the English singers sound black.
No, I know they do. That's true.
They all end up sounding black.
It should be SoundCloud, like that.
The cloud of sound is where we shall be found until we lay in the ground. That was my Edgar Allan Poe.
That was very poetic. See, Zena said, "What the fuck?" But no,
all the British singers sound black. What you talking about?
They do sound black.
What you talking about? Amy Winehouse.
Woo, and
Adele.
And then afterwards, they're like, "Hello, thank you for coming to my rock and roll
you."
And then they're
that was my most thrilling performance. I had fun doing that. I didn't realize I had that in Bartholomew. Have you ever heard me sing in such a manner?
Did you hear the bass?
I had shrimp and grits this morning, and apparently it brought out the Negro in me.
Oh. Yeah, the English singers do sound like that, and then they get all the play, and the black singers that really can sing don't get no play. But that's my little,
motherfucker. What about me?
Yeah, that's my little aside from that.
You know what it is, man. Savage AF.
Out. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I've been drinking. So what? It's coconut water today, y'all.
Okay, so
I'm keeping it clean.
now we got executive producer. Your baby mama says this. She said that it scrolled down. Fuck it. Miss No Sleek Name is in the building. Nicole H is in the building. Breezy JJ is in the building. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of beautiful people in the house, and more people will come as we go along. But again, if you do subscribe, make sure you subscribe to the channel and tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Don't you just subscribe and be subscribed, okay? We need you to have all your people subscribe. You understand me? And if you don't, man, you understand, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit right there. So,
and you know what else, man? Follow us on the gram too, because the kids are doing that.
Oh yeah, you got to follow.
Get us on the gram at Comedian Shang
and at Black Pedro. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro. And yeah, this computer is not moving as fast as I normally move, but and at Comedian Shang on the gram. And if you do that, you will be a beautiful person. If not, you will look like this the rest of your life.
Orked out, nigga. Orked out.
Orked out, nigga. You will be an orc ass nigga. And by the way,
you better do that shit, orc else.
Orcish. Right?
Anyway,
and probably since we can't see some of y'all probably look like that right now. Yeah. And today's show is brought to you by Helmo. Helmo said, suck our asses if you don't understand what we're trying to say. If you're a troll, I hope I see you in hell. That was Helmo.
There you go.
I just wanted Helmo to get a little say. But no, we got an interesting show today. It's a rundown on the run-up. It's going in your face, all up in your grill. All up in your motherfucking grill.
You know what it is, man. It's
I don't know why
we're into our last third of 2021. It is now September 1st of that same year.
We're still here.
It's a Wednesday, hump day. Yeah. Do it if you can.
Luckily, some of our the people close to us. Even though I lost my brother 3 months ago. It's been almost 3 months, not 3 months yet, but almost 3 months. And I have a couple family members that are going through it right now. But guess what? We are still here. And while we're still here, we got to get down with the rundown on the run up. And the rundown on the run up is coming next. And that's what Pedro is going to do.
You know it. You know it. So
now you got to do it. Now you got to do it in a different voice. We're going to change it up. All the people in the feed, each time we're going to change it up.
No, man. I don't have that many voices, though. I don't have that many voices, though.
I already talking shit.
Oh, that's what you do.
You know, I think you're beautiful, and I hope that you will never turn on me because I know that you are vicious. So I apologize.
She listen, from the knees down, she will take you out.
Yeah, she's short.
So we're gonna end today's show September 1st, 2021. SHANGRY. If we knew, what would we do? These are the questions we're asking today. What would we do?
What would we do? Bars,
spit it. Black Pedro pop in. Before that, I just want to look at the beautiful part about stupid people. They have an event. There is a purpose for them. There is a use. Let's get into it.
Stupid people have value.
They have value, man. And I just want to highlight that today.
Smart people are stupid too.
So before we get into that, our number one question that we ask on this show, motherfuckers say what? Maybe you will, maybe you won't, maybe you heard about it, but we got a very famous comedian, entertainer, who's on horse pills for his COVID-19 after being an anti-vaxxer this whole time. But let's talk about it. Before we get into that, though, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid, but these dudes' heart do. McCarthy and the GOP starting to look real scared. They doing scared things regarding the January 6th investigation. Let's talk about it. But before we get into this, ladies, we've been warning you. It's now September 1st, 2021.
We told you this.
If you've not hidden your vagina by now, I can't say. I don't know what else to say. Okay, we tried.
Well, you know what? I want to say this, Pedro. You were warned. You were told, and there's nothing we can do now to save your vagina.
The department
in the big TX.
the Department of Vagina
I
has
don't think it's
stepped
called
in.
the Department of Vagina. I think that
The DOV. It's
is
a
it
new
the
branch.
DOV?
Yeah, it's a new. It's a
Okay,
new
I didn't know that
part.
was.
Yeah, it's a new.
I thought
Well,
that was the
in
dude that
Texas.
rap. I thought that was the dude that rap with NWA. Oh
Mm-mm.
no, that was the no.
DOC.
Oh yeah,
No, this is
okay.
the DOV, Department of the Vagina, which apparently Texas has formed. Of course, I'm being facetious, but the Department of Vagina in Texas is taking control of all lady parts in the state. Ladies, no worry, you don't have to take care of your vagina anymore. Texas will. They're going to tell you how to use it, what to do with it, when not to use it, more importantly, and where to keep it when it's not in use. But in all seriousness, as of midnight, Texas state law did go into effect, banning all abortions after 6 weeks, a point in which most women don't even know they're pregnant yet. So it flies in the face of Roe v. Wade, and the Supreme Court, with their male-dominated conservative selves, did not lift a finger or do a thing to stop this law from taking effect. It could still be overruled, but to this point, they allowed it to go in effect, which now, I mean, the law is pretty crazy, bro. It's like,
Well, no, yeah.
it allows any private citizen anywhere to sue anybody involved in helping a woman obtain an abortion in Texas, right? So, like, yeah, it could be, as they say, not only the doctors who perform the surgery, but
the
or the procedure, but like the Uber driver. I don't know. I guess the gas attendant who sold
right.
the gas to the Uber
Say,
driver.
I'll put it this way: say she stops at 7-Eleven, gets a snack.
That dude, accomplice. You
Right
you kept her alive and fed her during her baby murderous mission or whatever. I don't, but this law is fucking crazy. Like, basically, anybody can sue anybody except for the patient. They can't sue the patient, but they can sue anybody involved.
Anybody else involved.
And I could, if I knew that somebody in Texas drove somebody else I could sue that person.
But Pedro, as you see, executive producer Miss Adverb, aka Baby Mama.
That's, by the way, is a self-given title. She is still Minister of Defense.
Nobody.
I don't know. She does this a lot.
She says, so don't go to Texas for an abortion. I don't think that's how it works. But
I mean, listen, they're either going to have to, back alley hanger themselves in the vagina or go out of state.
Whoa, man!
That's how they did it back then. They took a hanger and just
it was take them on a Ferris wheel. The point is, the thing is, they've been fighting for this and they've been sneakily, and that's the word, sneakily. They've been sneaky as fuck about how they've been going about it, and now they're trying to make sure that they make that transition in a bunch of different states, especially southern states where women can't have a say pertaining to their body. And also, this is another thing, you guys. If you're a woman and you don't know that you're pregnant, unless you start getting sick or whatever else, and some women don't get it as bad, you could be basically just unaware of it, and it happens, and you're like, no, I don't want a fucking kid. And the state of Texas says, no, you will have this kid. And even if you can't financially take care of this kid, you have to give the kid up, which is causing crazy, crazy stress on motherfucking women in this society anyway.
And not just women, but this will affect, in large, women of color and poor women who won't be able to go out of state and get the services that they may need. I mean, the law in Texas does not even provide, provisions for victims of rape or incest, right? Like, they're going to make you have the baby from your rape if it goes beyond 6 months. They're going to make you have your uncle's baby if the pregnancy goes beyond 6 months, 6 weeks. So 6 weeks. Miss No Slick Name asked the question, what is going on around the world where men keep trying to be in charge of a lady's punani? Now listen, typically that was called pimping. Okay. But I don't feel like the state of Texas is providing the proper managerial skills that a true gentleman in the streets would be able to implicate. So yeah, this is, this is a thing. This is Taliban-esque, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I
If
mean,
we talking about the fall of Afghanistan and you're worried about women around the world, and we've been saying that too, right? Like, I hear you crying for the women of Afghanistan, but understand the women in Alabama are just as in
right.
jeopardy, and
What's
Texas
next?
just stepped out front.
What's your next? You gonna make them wear a burqa? It's the same shit. You're trying to restrict women from having any kind of freedom pertaining to their own bodies. And if you can't see that, you is a dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfuckers. And you know what? God, look, see, now you got my hand shaking like this.
Got the whole room shaking.
See the whole room. Look what you did. Look at the fuck you did. Look what you did. No, I'm just telling you right now. It's such an obvious fucking play for old, and it is old white men. And I'm just telling you, it's old white men to have control of everything pertaining to women of color, women that are white, women in general. Why don't you just let them choose for themselves, especially when it comes to if you look at rape or like Uncle Funny Hands, that's his name, Uncle Funny Hands, is doing some creepy shit and ends up in a pregnancy, and you can't get rid of that baby. You have to, that baby has to, and God forbid you have to raise that baby, or you choose to raise that baby. You're gonna have venom in your heart every time you look at that kid, because the kid looked like Uncle Feely.
Well, it's just, it's not a burden that a state should put on a woman. She should be able to decide whether she wants to carry that child or not, no matter the way it was conceived. B Bites Boston adds in an exception that might actually go through. She said the mistress. So I bet you let one of these Texas Republican fucknut lawmakers get some side chick pregnant, he gonna zip her ass off to the near, right across the state line. They gonna set up an abortion clinic just for their mistresses. You know what I mean? I could see something like that happen.
There's going to be abortion clinics at the state line. Like literally when you're driving through, there's going to be abortion clinics right there, because women need access to that. And also you got to think, when they hinder stuff like that, they're also hindering stuff pertaining to the care of women. And abortion clinics aren't just about abortion. There's other stuff that they do in women's clinics to help women with their health. This is that bullshit, and this is that same old shit they've been doing. When and especially the right-wing religious fucking right with their hypocritical cunt ass. They always like, well, you're killing the child, but you don't give a fuck about actual people that's on the planet. You're a racist motherfuckers too that don't give a fuck about adult or children of color, but you want to save children that aren't actually walking around the planet yet. Suck a dick.
Zenat Wallace, we do not recommend you throwing yourself down the stairs for self-abortion. Even though you put that out there, don't do that, mama. Just drink if you're gonna do it like that. Drink a whole lot. And you can,
because then don't tell them to drink a whole. What the fuck was that?
It's better than throwing yourself down the steps. It is.
No, what I'm saying to all of the women that are listening and all the women that'll watch this later pertaining to this shit, pertaining to Texas with their backward fucking thought process, and let's make America great again, and Queen Bee saying weird shit like wire hangers activate. That women still died from that, you weirdos. No. What they need to do is to overturn by executive order. You can absolutely go at them politically. Go after the motherfuckers that actually passed this law and vote they bitch ass out. Because what other way to do it other than sock them in they fucking grill, which you can't do. You can't just go sock people in the grill. Even though there are certain comics that I want to go sock in the fucking grill, I have to be the bigger and better man. But in political aspects of it, you gotta go make them pay. You make their job go away where they can't get elected. You got to go out in that way, because I can't see no other way. And, the Democrats, where the fuck were they?
I guess Miss Adverb has a plan to have John Cronin's baby or get him pregnant either way. You know how she do. And then we'll see how they act.
Was it the Supreme Court upheld it?
No. The Supreme Court did not uphold this. What happened was the Supreme Court did not act to intervene to basically knock the law down. So the Supreme Court had an opportunity to do something in the last hour about and they just didn't. They just didn't do anything. They were just like, whatever. Just let the law go down. But they could still overturn it.
Absolutely.
But it is a passive upholding. So Pamela Knox, you'll get half credit for that. Okay, it's passive. Well, because by not knocking it down, you kind of de facto. It's a kind of a de facto endorsement, and then it sets the precedence for these other states that are. And we're just in a country with all these so-called Christians, because they do the most terrible shit in the name of their God. But we're in a country that a lot of people are right to lifers and believe in this stuff. Even some of these women, and they don't even realize how restricting it will be for their own lives and health and their daughters and
their own choices of what they want to do with their body. And by the way, it's called detrimental. I'm just going to say that for you people, for the people that don't understand, it's called detrimental. And also Queen Bee said Abbott hates wearing a mask and obviously condoms too.
And socks. He hates wearing socks because he's I don't need them. I don't use my feet.
I mean, it's the truth. Pedro,
him, and now the other dude, Madison Cawthorn and Greg Abbott are the only two people on this planet in wheelchairs that I am willing to openly make fun of for being in a wheelchair. Like, they deserve it. I'm glad. Fuck them both. Literally fuck both those guys from the knees up. Fuck them.
I just want to have everybody continue to walk around and go, hey, man, why don't you run down to the store and get me something? Oh, shit. You can't run down to the store and get me something.
Hey, man, why don't you come by so we can kick it?
Oh wow.
Just saying it. Just saying it.
I mean, fuck
hey, niggas, you 10 toes down or what? Oh, my bad.
And you know what? AJ Fit, what's going on? AJ Fit. Dun-dun-dun. AJ Fit. Yo, I'm just telling you right now, it's weird that the plan B, man, they need plan B, C, D, E, F, G to deal with the shit that's going to go down. And a lot of women that are like poor women are going to have such a hard time right now. It's going to be so much harder. And these motherfuckers got it through. The Republicans are the most snaky motherfuckers. And they're still working on other shit, including taking away your right to vote. So they're taking away the right to vote, and they're making women's vaginas sad. Look at that. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, and keep in mind, I see the suggestions for contraception, condoms, Plan B, other things like that. Sure, those are things, but this law in Texas will affect women who have health complications due to their pregnancy. Might not find out about it until after 6 weeks. This might leave some of them on the win. They still might not be able to get the abortion that is critical to their survival. And like I said, rape, incest, things like that, where this was forced upon a woman. They won't have that choice anymore after 6 weeks.
After 6 weeks. So I want to say that all Republicans are the devil, but I think that they are devilish. They have devil-like tendencies.
Devilesque.
Yes, some of the stuff that they come up with, especially when it comes to the way the right to lifers. I mean, I used to do bits about it and get heckled about the right to lifers that try to dictate, well, women, you don't get to say to do with your body, and it's like, yo, then who does?
Right.
Then if not you, who the fuck gets to say?
But they don't want. These are the same people, by the way, who do not want you telling them what to put on their face, and they want the freedom to do with their body. They don't want the vaccine. They want the freedom to not put stuff in their body and to make choices for their health, but they don't want women to have that. And Ms. Averb does point out that she says, how are they doing this in the middle of a pandemic when people are at home and nothing else to do but fuck? I mean, come on, man. Come on, Texas. You can do better than that.
But Texas ain't gonna do better than that. Texas has proven itself to be a racist, backward, fucking trailer park, inbreed, booger bitch ass place. They always have been. Texas has proved it. Now, When I do shows down there, I go, okay, the motherfuckers that rock with me. But I'm telling you, there's parts of Texas, I go, nah, I'm good. I ain't going to that bitch. I'm about to go to Texas the 10th and 11th in Houston. But I'm just telling you.
Nicole H says sticky dick doesn't get you prego. Yeah, it'll get you dead though. Get you. She's like, kill all the dicks, and then we won't need abortions. You got to kill the semen at the source. God damn, Nicole,
by the way,
are.
Why would you first off? Why would you bring that up when you know for sure that's one of our new sponsors, Sticky Dick, super sticky and stretchable. That's one of our new sponsors, Sticky
and new Flexio ass print remover. We're marketing all that shit, guys.
But no, you know what? I think that they need some kind of executive order. I think the Supreme Court needs to step up and understand that there's more women in the country than men. There's more situations where a woman can't. There's more situations where the woman can't really control it, or don't know what's going to happen, or dealing with incest, or dealing with a pregnancy she knows she can't afford, or something, and it was an accident. It's not always people fucking raw dog. It's condoms breaking. I had a woman actually poke holes in a condom that I was sleeping with. It's because she wanted a baby that looked like me, and that because I was on HBO. And she actually had that shit. She said that out of her fucking mouth. I saw you on HBO and I thought I'd like to have a kid with you. And I didn't know she was saying that until after she told me the thing. And then when I told her I didn't want to kick it with you, I don't want to be with you. I mean, I'm going to raise a kid, but I ain't going to fuck with you. Then miraculously, she got an abortion. She got an abortion then after I said, I ain't kicking it with you. I ain't your man. I'll take care of the kid and keep it fucking moving. And so there's a lot of times where women are going through the shit they're going through. Men are going through the shit, and the thing is, men, affects men too. I don't know why we act like it doesn't, but primarily it affects women.
Well, it affects women's bodies, but yeah, I mean, potentially couples could be forced to have a child that they aren't ready to raise, and through whatever circumstances find themselves in a pregnancy.
It's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation.
Yeah. So,
and all those Texas Republicans, you know what? And you know what? I hope y'all all get on Abbott's lap and on a hill, and y'all all
short ramp, long roll,
and y'all roll down that hill and bust your motherfucking ass. You all are dicks, and I can't stand you motherfuckers.
You know what it is.
Well, take away their voting rights, or take away women's rights pertaining to their own bodies. You want to give rights to fucking cops to bust us in the head. What do you do good?
She said B Bites Boston says vasectomy. Men don't want to hear about that. La 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 la.
No. Hey, I'm with that too. I'm with that too. Fuck it. I know that before I have another kid, I will slam my dick in the refrigerator door.
See, that ain't. You just got to work on the timing of the pullout, brother. Come on, now. Just practice the timing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you know how Americans are. Our pullout game ain't that good.
Yeah, but B-Bites, you bring up a good, flip side to that. Men, especially these male legislators, would never consider mandating a vasectomy to prevent unwanted pregnancies or anything like that. Never. It's all you are the source. It is you. We got to shut down these vaginas, or keep them open so they can have, our. What is it? 6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesuses or whatever.
Right. 6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus.
Whatever it is, man. So
but right now, you know what, ladies, this graphic applies to you. You think this is your fruit. Apparently it's not your fruit. And now you might as well know. And that's not Jay-Z's, the Rockefeller.
Yeah.
The rock.
That's not a heart. Them fallopian.
So I mean, that's just what's happening right now. Savage Ed brought to you by the most famous motherfuckers in the game.
If the game was my living room, yeah.
In the game, again, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, and including Facebook. When you follow us on Facebook, I know you're gonna follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, SavageA.f. That's our fan page. Thank you so much for having us give numbers into the thousands, which is amazing. We appreciate it, but we need more. We want to have a zillion.
1 zillion followers. All right, guys. So we're gonna move on here. Speaking of this kind of white guy who would love to control a woman's vagina, while doing weird white guy shit. His heart does pump Kool-Aid. Kevin McCarthy, minority leader of the House of Representatives, out of California, out here. He's sounding real scurred about these January 6th investigations. To the point in which he's out there basically threatening communications companies, cell phone companies, right? Wireless providers. If they cooperate with investigators and hand over records, he's saying they're in violation of federal law, which is basically, one of those like limp dick threats at the company. I mean, it's to me, in my eyes, it's an attempt at obstruction of justice, an attempt to intimidate witnesses, as far as I can tell with my non-existing legal background. But
no, I think you're absolutely on point. And also, I think that what it is obstruction of justice, and he just don't want
attempt to.
And also, there'd be a lot of motherfuckers that happen to be in the Senate, and a lot of people that are Republicans that happen to be in the Congress that they find that they were in cahoots, with a lot.
You don't use that word a lot.
And I don't use that word cahoots, but I'm gonna use it today. Fuck it. Today is the day for cahoots. And and you know what? And I know you think that's a place where women go and they sell chickens. That's not. That's Hooters. This is cahoots. And they are in cahoots, and they don't want that shit to come out. They don't want it to come out that a lot of people in the Senate were pro attack the Capitol, but that wanted to basically go, yeah, we need this insurrection so we can derail shit and make sure that we get the president that is evil that we want. Because that's how when you worship evil, you want evil to win. And that's what this motherfucker is. Evil.
Yeah, man. It's so it's like what's the Shakespearean phrase? Thou dost protest too much.
Yes.
It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of like, oh no, man, they can't hand over our cell phone records. And besides, there's nothing to see there anyways. Why would you want to look? I mean, nothing. Don't go in there. I mean, there's no bodies in there or anything like that.
I didn't do anything. I wasn't even there. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you? Why are you looking at me that way? Why are you looking at me that way? I didn't do anything wrong. The bottom line is we
obviously scared. Obviously, he is scared of what.
Well, the GOP has been that way,
will be, and we know it. But this is when they act like this. When he says it out loud. This is the quiet part out loud that these guys have to do now because, he's probably in a tough spot. Probably talk some shit. Probably going to reveal some people being way more involved than they should have.
I would love to have a reveal where he actually talked to Trump and he told Trump what the deal is. I know there was a couple other politicians that were like, where they asked him, "Did you talk to Trump?" What's the one that was the football coach or not the football coach, wrestling coach? I forget his name. He was the wrestling coach, and he's the one that said, they asked him, "Did you talk to Trump?" He said, No, I didn't talk. I mean, I talked to him. I mean, I've actually talked to him. I've been to, his hotel.
Oh, that's Jim Jordan.
Ohio, Jim Jordan, like, I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I've talked. Yes.
I don't remember if I talked to him before or after or before. I've talked. He might be in my. That motherfucker got real jibber jabbery. Really,
jabbering, but the bottom line is right now these motherfuckers do not want to be exposed because they were in cahoots with a lot of the white nationalists, a lot of the Proud Boys, by the way, which they found out organized a bunch of this shit, and a lot of the fucking Trumplicans that were going to the Capitol to do damage anyway. And they thought, well, if we can get enough chaos going on, then maybe we can, subvert the fucking election and make sure that it doesn't go through that Biden kick that ass. Not that I'm all big. I like Biden to a point, but I'm saying he kicked that ass. He whooped that ass, and you just mad because that ass was whooped. Ass was whooped. Whooped an ass.
Whooped. Oh man, so yeah.
In the building.
Yeah, I'm just now very, very intrigued to see what is dug up, what these records do show and find, what texts were being sent, who was calling who, to find out. I mean, I think you're gonna see because like what's his name, Ali Alexander,
Yes.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Hey
was
man.
it's the Candyman. He was in charge.
Man, a little bit of insurrection can never hurt anybody.
He was in charge of the Stop the Steal organization that organized that terror rally to the pre-insurrection terror rally.
Yeah, these motherfuckers.
He's already stated that, like, I think Paul Gosar and a couple other guys were people he was in touch with, regarding the organization of this event and blah blah blah. So, I'm just really excited now, especially once you see Kevin McCarthy up there sweating ass bullets, trying to intimidate these companies not to turn over phone records. It was pretty fucking amazing. Love it.
And you know what?
I don't think he knows how subpoenas work, but whatever.
We talk about the Democrats actually, and I go back to this motherfucker with Mr. Munchkin, because his brain is Munchkin size. He is still trying to work with these motherfuckers that were obviously involved with the insurrection, that were actually in danger because of the insurrection. And if it wasn't for that cop that blasted this lady through the chest, which is fucked up, I didn't want nobody to die. But at the end of the day, if they'd have got through, I don't think they would have came in and gave them a bunch of hugs. And they were after the number 2 fucking Republican anyway, which was, the hairy gay dancer, well, the white-haired gay dancer that likes to have flies land on his head. They basically were going to hang that motherfucker. Huh?
Former VP Pence.
Yeah, VP Pence, that one dude actually diverted them from coming his way. He got snuck out another way because they were screaming and chanting, "Hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence." And then Little John said, "Yeah!" right after that. But that was a whole different remix. Y'all didn't hear that one. That was the white supremacist remix of it. I don't know if you know about that.
I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, you have heard that one. It's pretty good. It's actually, the beat's kind of funky, but end of the day, it was still about hanging a motherfucker from a noose and a gallows, if you will,
yep.
in front of the White House. But
the gallows.
It's going to come out. You said you're curious about it. It's going to come out, and guess what? I still see these motherfuckers getting off for the shit. I don't see none of these motherfuckers having any accountability or paying for the shit they did, Pedro. It's just not gonna happen. You know what? That made me want to take a sip.
A sip away, man. I don't know, man. Obviously it depends on how long it takes and who's in charge of what branch and all that to see it go through. I don't know, but I would love to see it lead to the impeachment of some of these ass knuckles that we can all pretty sure, or be pretty sure without any evidence that there was some involvement, right? Because
there was some involvement. In fact,
because they're all the same. Like the racists have infiltrated every level of government and law enforcement and all the parts of the system. In the prison, guard system. So it's everywhere. So yes, it's easy to say that there are racist ass motherfuckers, insurrectionists who were in Congress at the time and still are there and would be more than willing to help that shit out.
Not only are they still there, they're still pulling strings and making moves, and that's why I'm saying this. I'm gonna say this probably every show. Please, please, please understand they are trying to take away your right to vote. They are absolutely doing that, and if you do not understand it, look around you. Look at how many states are actually trying to make it difficult for people to vote, and it absolutely will affect people of color. And if you don't believe that shit, you might as well stick your head in the fucking sand, because that's what's happening. And what's happening with this January 6th, they're trying to make sure that it goes away. And unfortunately, if the Democrats don't push and push hard, then these motherfuckers will succeed for it going away. AT&T, get up off those fucking records, bitches.
Run that.
Run that. In the streets.
Run that.
Streets.
Yeah, man. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Pop your popcorn. It's gonna be a good show, y'all. Yeah. All right, moving on, man. We're gonna move on to the most critical question that we pose to our audience each and every day.
Is it the most critical? Like, out of all the questions we ask,
of all the things that we could have,
is that the best one? Okay.
And the question is,
motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Motherfuckers say what?
That's
After being an anti-vaxxer and for so long. Your boy Shang, you know.
okay. Why is it? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm a fan of his. I
I
think
know you grew up with. I know you helped raise him. I know you did.
I didn't help. Wow. Now I've helped raise him. How did you make the leap to? That's your boy too.
He calls you Uncle Shang.
No. Listen.
Joe Rogan.
Right? Joe Rogan, very funny. I like his stand up.
Funny stand up. You know.
Stand up. Good. He has a good show on his podcast.
His podcast very popular. You know.
I think
killing it in the game. You know, hosted Fear Factor, MMA. You know, what's the MMA? He's a UFC announcer and stuff.
One of the top commentators for the UFC and MMA in general. But guess what? He got the vid, and when he found out he had it, he made this face. What? No.
He got COVID-19. Now this is after being an anti-vaxxer. He was definitely in that anti-science space around this pandemic, which, you know, surprisingly brought that out of a lot of people that I wouldn't necessarily thought would be in that space. But hey, you know, it's whatever. So you're anti-vax, and this is the thing I was talking about the other day, right? And it's just a real life example here. You're anti-vax, right? Which means you don't believe in the science behind the vaccine,
right?
But in a recent video that he put out announcing he was, he tested positive for COVID, he announced that he's taking not just horse pills, the ivermectin or whatever that I brought up the other day. The one that's for livestock parasites and shit, the sheep medicine, you know. In
fact, that's one of the pills he's taking.
But he's on like a slew of things, you know. He read off a bunch of medicine, but the one that did stick out is this ivermectin, this livestock parasite medication, the sheep pills, the horse pills,
boom.
I don't even know what else you keep on a goddamn farm. Pig pills. I don't know.
You know what it does is, and it still won't reach a lot of people that have any kind of thought process or critical thinking, in which I think that should be something we should teach in schools. Critical thinking. And they're just not going to do it. But the bottom line is,
I'm talking
the hypocrisy of the people that are that way are still not going to listen. And it's, you know, again, more power to you if that's the way you feel. I guess I'm trying to be politically correct. I don't know why on a show called Savage AF, but I'm letting y'all know right now. Sorry, man. Hey, man, look, your hypocrisy showing. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, because if you don't believe in the science of the vax, I don't see how you can.
Why are you taking pills?
Believe in the science of these horse pills, which, by the way, are you know, so it's not only has this not been proven to work, ivermectin, but it's actually been proven to not work in treating COVID-19. So it really doesn't make sense. But I guess if you're in the space of not listening to the majority science around the vaccine, then I guess you're not going to listen to those same people when they tell you don't take the sheep horse pill.
Yeah.
You know, because you're already in a space of they don't know what they're talking about. And it'd be the same people telling you to take the vax, right, telling you not to take the horse pill. Now, it just seems inherent that in horse pill or livestock parasite medication that it doesn't mention humans at all. And that for me would then let me know that, oh, I'm not supposed to take this. Like when I'm hungry, I don't look at bird feed and say, I wonder if I could eat this. No, because it says bird in front of feed.
Well, but you know what? Hold on. Wait a minute. I beg to differ.
And unless you consider yourself livestock, I'm not sure.
Hold on. No, Pedro. No, Pedro. You're a little bit out of line there. You're a little bit out of line. Okay. A lot of these guys that's in the MMA are already shooting horse tranquilizer and horse kind of fucking steroids into their asses anyway. So what's the difference? Come on, man. Come on. You're being a little bit wrong there. I mean, Joe Rogan, big star. There's no way he could be wrong. Come on, bruh.
Yep.
He's a big time stand up. Why are you saying that about him? That's disgusting. Yeah. Listen, we already know he knows what the deal is. He's taking these pills and eventually He's going to secretly, one of them is going to get the shot or whatever the fuck. A lot of these people, the president was talking about don't get the ex fucking twice impeached, disgraced, corrupt, white supremacist, cunt, orange fuck stick of a person, Trump. He took the fucking vaccine, or he took a vaccine and was to get better. They say one thing and they do another. I think a lot of these people that did get COVID or were scared of COVID took the vaccine, but still talking that shit because of their political agenda, and it has nothing to do with their actual health or their family's health. So now that Joe Rogan got it, what about your family? You gonna make your daughter take a horse pill? Because that's what you'd have to do. I mean, he got to do what he got to do for his fam, but I mean, Joe,
I just don't, like, I don't understand taking anything that says horse in front of it, like horse medicine or livestock. It's technically it probably says livestock. I just don't consider myself to be that, so I just don't understand
Pedro,
what science you would be listening to that makes sense to you.
Our resident troll, and I can call you that because that's what the fuck you are. Said, where did do you have a Joe Rogan quote about this?
Just go look the shit up, motherfucker. It's all over the news. Shut up. We're just giving our opinion of whatever has happened already. Like, no, I don't need to quote Joe Rogan about it.
You know what? The bottom line is a lot of people that did talk shit about the vaccine, that did get I'm talking about general public, not necessarily celebrities, because a lot of celebrities, including ourselves, some shit you shouldn't listen to, but some shit you should see is common sense and it's critical thinking. Bottom line is there are people that got the Delta variant and got COVID that now are close to their death, that are saying, I wish I would have gotten the shot. That is a fact. Blanco, Peter, there are people that are saying, oh man, fuck that. And the same people I've seen them say in interviews when they're in the bed with a respirator and fucking tubes stuck up their ass, saying the same, like, you know what, I was wrong. And I mean, if I would have just I tried to listen to my wife before she left me. I tried to listen to her, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I know that it would make Trump upset. Son of a bitch.
Upset.
But now, so, I mean, I don't want Joe Rogan to die of it. And, I don't know if the horse pills are going to be fucking helping, but I don't want him to die from it. I don't want.
Well, he didn't seem to be having a hard time at the point in which I saw the video clip of him talking about having it. I just, I
think that's irony? You think that's ironic?
Well, I think there's some more hypocrisy in it for me.
Definitely.
Like you said earlier, it's more of that for me. It's just like you're picking and choosing what science makes you feel most comfortable about, operating through this pandemic. Not what the majority of science is telling us, right? So the majority of scientists, around the world are putting their name behind and their reputation behind vaccines.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and none of them are really on a large scale endorsing these debunked treatments. That's why they're debunked. Like,
I'm
it's
listening to the science. I'm listening to, I'm gonna listen to the doctors. I know that in my situation in 2019, where I almost was out of here from sepsis, I had sepsis and I also had kidney stones to the point where they were blocking the function to my stomach, which caused bile to back up into my stomach and poison my blood. I didn't come to that conclusion. The doctors came to the conclusion, and then I got 2 surgeries from the doctors, and that's why I'm sitting here right now talking to you people. Or if I'd have been like, nah, I don't believe in that, fuck that, kidney stones don't exist, and then you ought to find me slump over my computer trying to promote some booking. The fuck out of here.
Yeah. B bites Boston. This
That's
pandemic.
just right. Minx Tarrant, which I've never seen that name. That's probably a new person. It can kill you, and I'm so lucky I didn't die. They gave me medication. They hooked me up. My son was there for me. A friend of mine, Erica. Shout out to Erica, and shout out. And they got me straight. They got me in the hospital, emergency.
You said you tried bleach. You ingested bleach, thing?
You know what? The bleach. I was gonna try bleach.
Fish tank cleaner. Is that what you used?
No, it didn't work. It didn't work.
You didn't use that. Okay.
Took a sip. No. But yeah, I mean,
bee bites.
The two apparently the people that did the surgery on me to correct this. Should I have not listened to them? That's science. That's medical experts. I mean, I had an extremely good doctor, or I wouldn't fucking be here. And sepsis absolutely can take your ass out, just like Delta variant can take your ass out, and just like apparently
whatever. Shang, sepsis ain't real, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just obviously I'm gonna listen to them over Cleophas. I'm gonna listen to them over fucking Daryl, and Daryl.
Hey man, sepsis, stepsis, fuck them all, man. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
B-Bites Boston said this pandemic proves everyone doesn't have common sense or critical thinking capability. Amen, yo. Some of that got really highlighted.
I thought Joe Rogan was a pretty smart cat. I mean, I do think he does make a lot of common sense, and he does have a lot of.
Not about this.
Well, yeah, somebody can be wrong on that, but especially if you're taking a pill this big, and even the horse is like, I don't know if I can fuck with that. But I agree with you. It's just that I see it as hypocritical, and I think it's ironic. You know, I do think it's ironic. So
you know what it is, man.
And I see the people going out at each other in the feed. Thug life, y'all are just thug life.
Yeah, man. So that's what it is, man. So as we move forward here, Savage AF, September 1st, 2021.
Yes.
We're gonna do it a little something like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. Ha! Man, I really regret leaving the tripod to my ring light at my mother's house now. It's getting quite dark. Darkness is upon us. And the gardeners have just fired up the fucking trimming things outside. Fucking shit, man.
The timing on that is just.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull in one picture before I officially start. Here we go. All right, so I did want to focus today on the beautiful part about stupid people, because often we find ourselves frustrated by them. They're legislating us right now. They're shutting down vaginas in Texas. I mean, stupid people have a lot of control. They're climbing the walls and trying to stop the Constitution from being what it is. And, as we were just talking, there's a lot of, misinformation about there that is just guiding people in the wrong directions concerning this pandemic. One of the things is, a lot of anti-vaxxers out there, like the Joe Rogans of the world, who don't want to participate in that. That's okay. Fine. Isolate, mask up, do your part in that way. But don't do what this Chloe chick did, okay? This a chick, okay? She was arrested for this. This is her fake Moderna card. And I think we can all just highlight and look at the joke right here. But when it says the doses that her first and second dose, the type that she took is Moderna. But that's not how you spell Moderna.
No, but Moderna. Okay.
The company was originally called Mode RNA. And they just kind of combined the two to make it Moderna, MODERNA. So these are the kinds of things where, stupidity can be quite entertaining. Because, I just laughed my ass off at this idiot. Rather than just actually go get 2 shots in her arms so that she could actually go to Hawaii and enjoy herself, this bitch would rather Sesame Street the fuck out of a fake vaccination card. I mean, this shit looks like it was written by a farm goat, okay, who obviously can't spell. Didn't even take the time to figure out how to spell the shit properly, okay? And now the bitch is arrested for trying to go to Hawaii with a fake COVID card. I mean, it really makes me happy, man. Like, on days when I'm down, like stupid motherfuckers like this who do dumb shit like this, like it really makes me feel better about myself. Like
But
I'm not that bad, man. Like,
Pedro,
hey, everything in my life hasn't worked
Pedro,
out all the ways that I
Pedro.
wanted to yet. But man, at least I'm not this dipshit hoe fuck.
Well,
Like,
there's
god
a lot
damn.
of people. There's a
I
lot
feel
of people
good.
doing the same shit though, man. There's a lot of people getting the fake cards.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people doing it though.
Yeah, well, you know, go ahead and do it if you want. I would suggest getting some handwriting that doesn't look like you've been taking livestock pills. You're like, oh, I got this, man. I can sign it. No, it's cool. I got it. It's good. I'm good. No, my pills are just kicking in. You know, if you're gonna do it right. But
Right.
why risk jail now? Like, really, why risk your freedoms over this fake concept that your freedoms are being crushed? Like, just if you're gonna do all that, just go get the facts, dog. Like,
Or no, but they don't want to put that in their body though, man. You got to think about it that way.
but then sit your ass at home. But now you deserve to go to jail because you want it both ways. You want to not take the vax, and you want to go to Hawaii and play on the beach and lick everything. And young Chloe, even though you're white, you can't. I know that they lied to you, baby, and I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It hurts. I know it's hard. It's hard. You can't do everything the way you want to do it. Sorry, Chloe. You have to like follow rules sometimes. And it's hard. It's really hard. But now because she did this, she's doing this. And it makes me feel so good. That's a mugshot, by the way. That's not her TikTok. So yeah, guys, keep being stupid. I'm going to keep laughing. Black Pedro popping for today. Shang, take us away. I'm going to turn on some lights.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? This is my mine is not that deep. It's gonna be very short and quick. And also, I want to let y'all know. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I gotta give y'all the rundown on that. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do that for me, and tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Savage AF. Make sure you check it, and if you do that, make sure you click this. Also, make sure you subscribe to us on the podcast version of the show, which is on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Make sure you follow us on the IG. Make sure you follow at Comedian Shang, SHANG, and very easy, follow at Black Pedro. At Black Pedro. I'm saying it slow for the motherfuckers that are slow, I guess. And if you do go to it, there it is, at Black Pedro. And make sure that if you do go to the page, the YouTube page, make sure you click us with a like and a subscribe. Now, I'm going to let y'all know what I am saying about this. I know you're like, it's bars. It's what did she say?
She said that lady misspelled her last name. It's actually Morris. So, the plot thickens.
She's a
Sorry.
dummy. But
get him, Shankly.
What we do, if we knew the incredible amount of conspiracy that is going on in the world, what will we really do about it? Let's like we heard right now, the Republicans in Texas are trying to expand the power they have pertaining to a woman's vagina. But now, if we knew the deeper, darker reasons why they're doing that, because the white race is actually decreasing and people of color are increasing. And that's one way for them to have some kind of control. And that is what's happened. So I'm asking you, if you really knew how deep it goes, how deep in the rabbit hole we go, what would you do? How far would you go? And that's why these people that attack the Capitol is that's part of their mentality. They feel like this is how far we'll go. But I want to ask you people, and this is a very short one today, is what are you going to do when we know that they're doing wrong, when we know that they're implementing more racist fucking things, but they're trying to take us back into a time where they were in charge completely and absolutely over our bodies, over our health, over our happiness and everything else. How far are we willing to go pertaining to our freedom? Our freedom, for real, not the perceived freedom that they feel is being taken away from them by attacking the Capitol, and their perceived freedom that they feel like, oh, well, we don't got the same rights as we had before to just degrade everybody and their mother, and to actually have corrupt laws that actually tilt towards people of color not moving forward. And it's fucking happening with voter registration, when you come to housing, when it comes to all of that. You already know all that shit. You know that was on purpose red line districting, all of that is on purpose. So what I'm asking you people is, what are we going to do now that you know, or if you did know, how deep the rabbit hole goes and how deep these motherfuckers are, and how it's not some Oliver Stone conspiracy shit when you find out that they actually did some real creepy, dark shit that was specifically targeted at people of color. Not only black people, Latino people, Asian people, and on and on and on. What are you going to do? Are we going to get down like the no fucking around crew? Are we going to have to have, are we going to get down like that?
You always make them sound like a B-boy crew. With the no fucking around.
No fucking around crew?
The not fucking around coalition.
Coalition. It sounds more cool if you say crew. It does sound more cool if you say the no fucking around crew. It sounds more like
the not fucking around coalition. He's
yeah,
like,
coalition.
we are no give a fuck boys.
and I wish a motherfucker would, boys.
Crew. Yeah.
The bottom line is, I'm asking the people in the feed, and I'm asking you all, and since we have this, what are we going to do when we find out a lot of the conspiracies that we perceive are actual reality? And once we find out their reality, what are we going to do? I know that Pedro's already said this shit get thicker and thicker. There's a reason that Gertrude is going to be in the building. There's a reason that I'm learning how to drop and roll and hit you center mass. There's a fucking reason.
It goes Leviathan, Bruce, then Gertrude.
You know, what I'm saying is, like, there's got to be a point where what are you going to do? What are you going to do when this shit gets that thick? And I think that when you hear situations like what's going on, where they're trying to basically gut Roe versus Wade across the board, when they're trying to take away your voter rights, where they're trying to take away all these different rights and freedoms that they say that they're being taken, that's taken away from them, when they're trying to take it away from other people, especially these older, white gentlemen, if you can call them gentlemen,
nothing gentle,
that are the ones that are in charge of a lot of the bills, and not in charge, we're trying to push the bills and all of these different things to push us back in the day that they felt it was a better country. That's why that Make America Great Again shit is exactly what they feel like, because they felt like it was great then and it's not great now, because people of color actually have a voice, and it fucks with their head that it's actually going to be an equal playing field someday, and they can't have that because they know if it's an equal playing field, guess what? They might not win all the fucking time. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like Queen Bee has been drinking at lunch again. She said it's the black man's fault.
Say what?
No, motherfuckers, say what?
Yeah. Okay, and Queen Bee says, stop. Let's stop ignoring the obvious, Shane. We know the obvious, but I'm saying, what would you do about it? You know the obvious, and what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I know what Pedro already said he's gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do, but what are you gonna do? I'm asking the feed, what you gonna do when the shit get that thick and you know the shit is that deep?
Mm-hmm. No, we didn't take their white women, Queen Bee. That's
the white women. Saying. We didn't. White women gave themselves to us.
They just be at the door sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Can I buy some sugar? I bet.
And all we did was open the door. It don't mean that we took them. So that's some bullshit. And then somebody said, "What would Jesus do? What would Brian Botana do?" I get it, but I ain't
Brian Botana.
I'm not asking you what about them. I'm asking y'all in the feed, and the motherfuckers are gonna watch this around the world. What we gonna do? People of color, what are we gonna do when it gets that deep? What you gonna do when they come running all over you?
Collectivize. Organize.
That's what we need to do. Collectivize.
Get an AR-15.
We come together and we legally get AR-15.
Legally.
And the same shit that they're out in the woods, fucking right now training. What we gonna do? That's all I'm saying.
Y'all saw the training videos from the guys that wanted to kidnap Big Rich and all of that shit, man.
And they were no joke. These motherfuckers.
That's what it is.
Thorough with their shit. And I think that honestly, before we bounce out of here, I think we need to be a little bit more thorough with our shit. I mean, I'm not saying that I want this to happen. I don't want some civil war, some shit like that. Of course, I want to live my life, tell some jokes, make some money, meet a nice lady, and have a good life. But end of the day, it's getting that deep.
It is.
They already said they're going, Pedro, this is a fact. They already said that if you thought You can look it up. If you thought January 6th was some shit, according to what they were saying, wait until you see what we're gonna do. Now,
that was just a test run, huh? That was a test run.
That was a test run. It was fucking hardcore. I watched some more footage of it, Pedro. I bullshit you not. It looked like Braveheart, man. Remember? Where they all and they start stabbing and fighting each other. These motherfuckers was going hard in the paint, man. They was going hard in the paint, and I just said they're gonna go harder than that. Fuck.
If y'all watch Game of Thrones, January 6th looked like the Battle of the Bastards, and when they almost crushed Jon Snow. Yep. Like straight up, y'all.
Oh, by the way, the guy that they crushed in the door, he got thoroughly fucked up. But they show there's a new footage where they show this guy literally, I mean, he's stabbing a motherfucker in the head with a fucking flag. Yeah, and he knows he's stabbing him. It's not like, oh, it was an accident. I didn't know he was sitting there. No, this motherfucker flat out. And this is a cop. And I'm keeping it real. It's a white cop. This is how much they don't give a fuck. It was a white cop.
Oh, yeah, no.
And the other cop, the only reason they didn't kill him and take his gun, he said, he screamed out and somebody had empathy in the thing, said, I have a family. I have kids. And they kind of let him slide. But they still fucked him up and put him in the hospital. And
yeah, man. Fact, so we know what it is.
What was the dude? He was one of the ones that was.
Yeah, he's the one with the tattoos on his neck. Yeah, he's been
testified. Yes. They were trying to kill him flat out, and they're not. Wow. Pedro made it sound even worse. That was a dry run. That's a dry run.
That was just the test. They was kicking the fence, testing the perimeter. Yeah, we know what it is, y'all. Get prepared out there, man. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro, comedian Shang.
We're out of here.
We'll be right back here tomorrow, man.
I'm down in Vegas, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Also Friday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you happen to be in Vegas, I'm at Laugh Factory in the Tropicana Casino. I got 8:30 show and 10:30 show tonight, tomorrow night. And then Saturday, I'm off Saturday now, just found out. And then Sunday, 8:30, 10:30 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's what it is, man. You know what it is, man. All right, man. So we will be back here, like Shane said, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Until then, man. Tomorrow. Until then, man. Y'all stay savage. Stay sound.
Yeah. Don't be average. Don't be average. Be savage.
Keep your finger out your nose. Peace.
What?